The killings is they still didn't know how many children had been murdered. That's what they were saying. If the teachers all had guns, so what, you have a Kalashnikov behind, behind your desk.
Right.
It just highlights the...
But will it make a difference?
Well, that's the question.
One of the biggest groups, the pro-gun lobby in the country. But I did think that Obama's speech was absolutely brilliant. I mean, it is the finest speech at a time of tragedy I've ever seen given by a politician. And but again, even in the very beginning, he hinted that something needed to be done, and then again the next day, pity he didn't have the courage to raise it when he was running for the presidency.
Well, not actually.
The bill.
Right. So don't be like Norway. Richard, you've chosen Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage, yes.
But it is a really important story, this, because UKIP going ahead of the Lib Dems at the moment. No one thinks for a second there's so many people disenfranchised with the Conservative Party now. They're not going to vote Lib Dem. They're not going to vote Labour. They're going to vote UKIP. And so it will damage them in the marginal seats, which if they don't hold on to those 40 marginals, their history. And I thought this was hilarious, this poll in the Mail on Sunday talking about gay marriage, which is at the core.
The possibility we will not have television debates for the next election.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cameron is running scared. And one of the sub-headlines is, Mr. Miliband is not a flawless communicator, but he's generally the equal of Mr. Cameron in the Commons. And I think Ed Miliband is doing really well at question time now. He's much more confident.
He's certainly improving. And the thing is, if Cameron had any sense, he'd say, right now, get the flack out of the way, say, I'm not doing them. Like every sitting Prime Minister before him, they said, there's nothing in it for me. Just say he's not going to do it, have the row now. And
yeah, I have to say,
there's no upside for him. It's just so ghastly from start to finish. Two beautiful teenage children without their mother at Christmas time. But I think that there's a bit of a feeling that, surely there must have been something else that was troubling her to actually to take your life over a stupid hoax. There was nothing terrible divulged about Kate Middleton in the end. She was sick. We all knew she was sick.
It's this question of
she doesn't really fill me with confidence in being in charge of the arts, I must say, at a time when we really need a very safe pair of hands.
Well, we had this if as advertised, terrible.
It doesn't take them long to turn into bully boys, does it? It's absolutely appalling, and she's clearly incompetent. Did you think that Hunt was any better?
No. I'm sorry.
Dwayne stuck in a side room and left to die.
Lucky he's not there.
And I hope that is so not true. Honestly, you can cook them a million different ways.
We could talk about this for a long time. Sadly, we have to.